Hello students, today we are going to study Newton's third law of motion, its examples, various types of forces in nature and pseudo force. In last video we studied Newton's first and second law of motion, and today we are going to study Newton's third law of motion, then various types of forces in nature and pseudo force. We have considered force as a push or pull. A force acting on any body is always the result of interaction with another body. When you push on a wall pushes back on you. This brings us Newton's third law. In every interaction, the forces always occurs in pairs. Newton's third law describes the relationship between forces in an interaction. Newton assumed that anytime two bodies interact, they exert equal and opposite force on each other. He stated that to every action there is always equal and opposite reaction. Or in other words, when first body exerts a force on a second body, then the second body exerts a force on the first body, that is equal and opposite in direction. Hence, third law describes the effect of action and reaction. One force is called the action force and the other force is called the reaction force. Consider simple example as shown in figure. A and B be the two bodies. Let body B exert force FAB on body A. Then body A also exert a force FBA on body B. These forces are related by FAB is equal to minus FBA, where FAB is the force exerted by body B on body A and FBA is the force exerted by body A on body B. The negative sign shows that forces act in opposite directions. It does not matter which force we call action and which we call reaction. The force FAB that body B exerts on body A is sometimes called action force, while the force FBA body A exerts on body B is called reaction force. You can label also the force FBA as action force and FAB as a reaction force. The action force is equal in magnitude and opposite in direction to the reaction force. It should be noted that action and reaction forces act on two different bodies. Then examples of third law. In our daily life, there are large number of examples of Newton's third law. First one is a person walks on the ground. As person walks on the ground, he or she exert a force on the ground and ground exert an equal force on the person. This force on the person moves him or her forward. So force exerted by ground on the person, at that time force exerted by person on the ground, these two forces are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Then second one is rifle. Example of rifle. When a rifle is fired, the bullet moves forward while the rifle recoils backward. Then another one is when man jumps, he exerts downward force on the ground. The ground exerts equal upward force on the man, as shown in figure. So force exerted on the ground by man and force exerted by ground on the man are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So that man jumps. Then next one is flying motion of birds. The wings of bird push air downwards and the air reacts equally by pushing the wings of the bird upward, which is also shown in figure. So the force on wings by air and force on air by wings are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction, so that bird can fly in the air. Then the reaction of rocket. Various fuels are burned in the engine, producing hot gases. The hot gases push against the rocket. As the gases move downward, the rocket moves in the opposite direction, means in upward. So force on rocket by exhaust gas is in upward direction and force on exhaust gas by rocket is in downward direction, which are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Then the tires of a car interact with the road to produce the car's motion. Tires of car push back against the road while the road pushes the tires forward, which is shown in figure. Tire pushes on road and road pushes on tires are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. We have studied various types of forces like friction, normal force, viscous force, weight, etc. But there are 4 types of fundamental forces in nature. First one is gravitational force, second one is electromagnetic force, third one is strong interaction force, and fourth is weak interaction force. So first one is gravitational force. Gravitational force is a force of interaction between two massive bodies. The weight of a body results from Earth's gravitational interaction. The gravitational interaction between Earth and Sun keeps the Earth in elliptical orbit around the Sun. We know the value of gravitational force, which is equal to mu times m1 m2 by r square, where m1 is the mass of one body, m2 be the mass of other body, r is the distance between the two bodies, and mu is called gravitational constant. Then properties. Gravitational force is always attractive. It is inversely proportional to the square of distance between two massive bodies. It is conservative force. It is a long range force, means it operates over very long distance. It is the weakest force. It is central force. That is, gravitational force is directed along the line joining the centers of the two bodies. Then electromagnetic force. Electromagnetic force includes electric and magnetic forces. The electric force of interaction is between two charged bodies, while magnetic force of interaction is between two magnets. Contact forces includes the normal force, friction, viscous force are all electromagnetic forces because all atoms contain positive and negative charge. So atoms and molecules exert electric force on each other. Magnetic forces occur in interaction between magnets. Then properties. The electromagnetic force may be attractive or repulsive. It is inversely proportional to the square of distance between two massive bodies. It is central force, That means the electromagnetic force is directed along the line joining the centers of the two bodies. It is a long range force, it is conservative force, and it is stronger than the gravitational force. It is about 10 raised to 39 times stronger than the gravitational force. The strong interaction force. The strong interaction force takes place inside the nucleus. It is also called as a nuclear force. This interaction holds the nucleus of an atom together. This is a force between proton-proton, proton-neutron or neutron-neutron. Properties. It is strong attractive force. It is a short range force and exists over very short distance of the order of 10 raised to minus 15 meter. It holds proton and neutrons inside the nuclei of atoms. Its relative strength is 1. Then weak interaction force. This force appears in certain nuclear processes such as beta decay of nucleus. Then properties. The weak nuclear force is much stronger than the gravitational force. Is a short range force, means it operates over very short distance. Its relative strength is 10 raised to minus 6. Pseudoforce is a false or a fake force. We know that there are two types of frame of reference: inertial frame of reference and non-inertial frame of reference. Inertial frames are not accelerated, while non-inertial frames are accelerated frames. Pseudo means something that is fake. Pseudoforce associated with non-inertial frame. These forces arise in non-inertial frames due to acceleration of the frames. They do not arise by any actual forces like gravitational force, electromagnetic force, or nuclear force. These forces arise when Newton's laws of motion are applied to describe the motion of object in non-inertial frame. Pseudoforce on an object in a non-inertial frame acts in a direction opposite to the direction of force which is observed from inertial frame. Pseudoforce is mostly used when defining the behavior of non-inertial frame of reference. To understand the concept of pseudoforce, consider two frames S and S dash. S is a stationary frame or inertial frame, while S dash is a moving frame or a non-inertial frame, which is moving with velocity v, which is moving with velocity u. This animation shows S frame and S dash frame. Let a particle be placed at a point P of mass m. The moving frame can be represented. The coordinates x dash, y dash, z dash, while the coordinates of stationary frame are x, y and z. Let x is the distance of point P measured in S frame along x-axis. As S dash move with velocity u in a time t, it covers a distance ut from S frame along x-axis. Then x dash is a distance of point P measured in moving frame of reference or S dash frame along x-axis. Frame S dash is moving with acceleration a0 with respect to frame S. S is inertial frame, then S dash is a non-inertial frame. The velocity observed by observer in S frame is v, and the velocity observed by observer in S dash frame is v dash. From figure, we can write the total distance x is equal to the distance between two frames, that is ut, plus distance between the point P and S dash frame x dash. Means x is equal to ut plus x dash, or x dash is equal to x minus ut. Differentiating this equation with respect to time t, we get dx dash by dt is equal to dx by dt minus u. But we know that the rate of change of displacement is velocity. Hence, we can write dx dash by dt as v dash, dx by dt as v. Hence, the equation is v dash is equal to v minus u. A particle be placed at a point P in S dash frame and it is in motion. The velocity observed by observer in S frame is v, and in frame S dash is v dash. And u is the velocity of S dash frame relative to S frame. Differentiating this equation with respect to time t, we get dv dash by dt is equal to dv by dt minus du by dt. As again we know that dv dash by dt or dv by dt, it is the rate of change of velocity and which is equal to acceleration. So we can write, instead of dv dash by dt is equal to a dash, dv by dt as a, and du by dt as a0. Hence we get a dash is equal to a minus a0. If m is mass of particle, using above equation, we get m into a dash is equal to m into a minus m into a0. From Newton's second law of motion, we know F is equal to m into a is a mathematical relation for Newton's second law of motion. So instead of m into a dash, we can write f dash. ma is equal to f and m into a0 is f0. So we get f dash is equal to f minus f0. Force F is equal to ma observed in inertial frame S. The total force observed in H dash frame is F dash is equal to m into a dash, and the net force F0 is equal to minus m into a0 is a pseudo force which does not actually exist. It represents the effect of acceleration of the non-inertial frame of reference. It is a set of coordinate system and a set of clocks due to which it is possible for an observer to measure position, velocities and accelerations of objects in that frame, or a system of geometric axes in relation to which measurement of size, position or motion can be made. Then types of frame of reference. There are two types of frame of reference. First one is inertial frame of reference, or it is also a stationary frame of reference. And second one is non-inertial frame of reference, or moving frame of reference. Consider example of package dropped from an helicopter flying with a constant velocity. The pilot of the helicopter sees the motion of the package as a straight line towards Earth, and the man standing on the ground sees the trajectory of the package as a parabola, is shown in the animation. A man standing on the ground and the helicopter. As it drops the package, helicopter continues to move horizontally with same velocity. Then the package hits the ground directly under the helicopter. For pilot, there is no violation of Newton's first law, but the man standing on the ground detects violation of Newton's first law. From figure, a moving object can be observed from any number of reference frames. The reference frame for a pilot is an inertial frame, while for man standing on the ground, the frame is non-inertial frame. So, difference between inertial frame and non-inertial frame. In inertial frame, a reference frame in which Newton's first law is valid, and in non-inertial frame, Newton's first law is not valid. Inertial frames are not accelerating frame, while non-inertial frames are accelerating frames. Acceleration of inertial frame of reference is always 0, and a frame that moves with a uniform acceleration is a non-inertial frame. Inertial frame is at rest or moving with uniform velocity. And in case of non-inertial frame, acceleration with respect to some frame of reference. Example of inertial frame is a railway platform. An example of non-inertial frame is a rotating platform.